Hey everyone, Voltas here, coming through your speakers. Today we've got a 1v1 matchup. This is a matchup during the GIGABYTE Cup. I believe, and this is just a little bit of research I have done on it, that it is part of a best of 5, and it looks like they have actually been going through the 5, so I'm not sure. I did do a cast on one match that was really short, and it ended up pretty one-sided for MaNa. But anyway, let's get this thing rolling.
It's like gold dust. You hear me coming through your speakers. You see me mashing up your airwaves. I know you can't get enough of my sound.
Alrighty, let's introduce our players. This is, I believe, the 5th of the best of 5. I couldn't tell you but for one game where MaNa won it. And on the left side of Antigua Shipyard, we have AI's very own Seiplo. He's wearing purple Protoss trunks today. And on the lower right-hand side, in the green Protoss trunks, we have Mouse Sports MaNa. All right, looks like a pretty straightforward play right now. Now, one thing I like about Antigua Shipyard is it's a relatively large map, and it's not very easy for rushes. You've got a single Xel'Naga tower in the center, so a lot of contention over that point right there. Pretty well-balanced map. Natural pocketed inside to your lower right-hand corner as you move around the clock. There might be a little bit of an advantage in this situation for MaNa because he has the natural in the pocket over here, whereas in Seiplo has to go around the main base in order to get there. But I think it might be neglectable. We got a little probe fight going on here, and it looks like another probe's coming in to back him up and runs him off. Run, MaNa, run. Run with your little Polish butt. By the way, I'm Polish, so I'm allowed to make fun of him. And it looks like, oh no, okay. I thought he was going to bring in some troops. I thought it was going to be a giant probe battle. Now we can see a zealot joining in on this little probe battle. You know, and that's like bringing in a gun to a knife fight. So rightfully so, MaNa pulls away his little green probe to survive another day. Looks like we're doing a little early scouting on MaNa's part, making sure that there's no pylons up here, no tricky play. You know, last match I didn't really look at it, and I don't want to spoil it, but I think I will. It was only 7 minutes long, so I'm assuming somebody did some kind of cheese play. So that could very well be MaNa's little defense against possible continuation of cheese. And then we've got the little Automatron 2000 helping block off this wall here. Don't worry, they don't really block it off. All right, this stalker is in grave danger, and he does not want to lose this stalker. Not this early. Every unit counts at this point. And he gets away. That's, you know, that could be scary, you know. If he puts up a pylon, does a significant push, and MaNa is one stalker down, it could be game over. Could be game over. Now you can see that he has finished gateway research, and he is now gating in his units. There is a pylon over here for some kind of, I don't know, it's not really, it's kind of a proxy pylon, but it's kind of in the middle of the two. If anything, you can use it for vision. It does look like Seiplo is getting ready to set up some kind of early aggression. Let's go look at our, if you look at our production tabs, nothing's going on there. Army's pretty straightforward. Oddly enough, both of them have research warp prisms and are going to utilize them. They both got one warp prism. Not even sure where it is. Oh, it looks like we got a warp prism coming in right here, and he is gating in several units. Not sure how many probes are going down. We'll figure out at the end of the match. Oh my goodness, that is a significant number of zealots. The stalkers are lined up. I do like the positioning of the stalkers, able to take down these zealots without being victims of them. But we might, we'll have to look at how many probes were lost. I'm assuming some probes were lost, but that was a pretty decent defense from MaNa for that drop. And of course he lost his warp prism. And he is looking at quite a deficiency in army size. Well, actually now he's building up to about the same spot. I'm not sure if that's probes or what. But I would definitely say that that engagement was not a win for him. Observer heading out. Gonna scope things out. Both sides now at the observer level. Don't see any significant difference in the technology growth from both of them. MaNa has spotted this pylon and will take it out. Oh, that automaton. What did he do? Nothing. All right, we've now got a direct response from MaNa. Pushing the ramp. Seiplo is just kind of posturing at the ramp. Nothing too major going on, and it looks like MaNa is going to retreat. Nothing too exciting just yet. We can see that MaNa is bringing in another warp prism. Not sure what he's planning on doing more drops. All right, we see the warp prism coming in, and he is going to drop from the back end. Zealots are in play. This is very similar to what Seiplo did in MaNa's base, except he quickly retreats with that group. I like that decision. Save the warp prism, save his troops. And he's just gonna scout around. I like this pylon placement. This basically gives him, I'm not sure if it gives him vision into the steam, but he can definitely see anything coming into the steam. So well done on MaNa's part. He is bringing out an immortal. This should be a useful addition to his army. The next in the progression. You know, a lot of times Protoss against Protoss, because it is such a straightforward matchup, it's hard to deviate from a standard build, because by deviating you've left essentially a gap for the other side to expose. So oftentimes you see a lot of, well, it used to be only 4-gate, but you see a lot of very similar play from both sides, knowing that any deviation could mean exposure and loss. Now that beautiful pylon I just mentioned is gone. You know, just like Pylo, all the well-placed pylons destroyed. We have some blink up to the high ground. Looks like he got a couple stuck there. I don't know if he's trying to hide in the steam. Not even sure. Okay. Wow. Okay. He did not see anything, and he has the full force in here now. Gonna try to take down this pylon, destroys it, which does not really significantly power anything down. I think he was expecting to power down that Twilight Council. Blink on the way for MaNa, and he pulls out. Let's look at the units lost tab there, just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. Not a big deal as far as units lost, not a big gap in the troops. Both sides running at about the same size army. I'm not sure if that blink play there was effective enough. I'm not sure if it was really good for him. Now, blink is in play for MaNa, and he pushes back this little early stalker play. And then we've got a blink down here, and whoever that was just pointed out that there is yet another expansion for, well, actually the first expansion for Seiplo, so he is going to try to push into a longer game. This could be bad for him, though, because he is investing in the longer game, and MaNa does not look like he is investing in the longer game. He is investing in this push right now with 2 Immortals. His army is now up to 80 against 60. And Seiplo is retreating back, trying to put up some kind of defense against this pretty heavy push from MaNa. This almost looks all-in-ish. He is going to run out of minerals soon. He has not expanded. He has 3 Immortals in the mix. Let's see how much he can punish Seiplo for adding this expansion. A lot of damage. If he loses this could be big. Preventing him from doing this expansion means this game will not go long, and Seiplo now realizes that he is more than cornered. His chance to expand has been lost. Looks like there was some kind of play up here. Maybe, oh, okay, he dropped a couple back there. I think that MaNa is going to try some kind of 2-pronged attack. I'm not sure I agree with this force field here. He's keeping his Zealots out of play, and the Zealots are really an integral part of his army. Now these Stalkers are going to get overpowered by MaNa's Stalkers, blinking back up. MaNa is just whittling away at Seiplo. Okay, now he's bringing down the Zealots finally. I'm not sure if they're going to do any good right now. A lot of them are injured, and it did go past their shields. Their shields have replenished, but they are damaged. We've got Immortals, and you know, those are going to be able to take those hits from those Zealots. We've got a few Zealots coming in, and it looks like MaNa is supremely outnumbering Seiplo, and good game, well paid from Seiplo. So I'm assuming this was the end of the matchup, and MaNa won, but I wouldn't count on me. I would check your stats. Anyway, it was a good game. This was the GIGABYTE Cup, and this was a match between mouz Sports MaNa and AI Seiplo. Thanks for watching.